Modded Minecraft isn't something that should be played fast. Some things are already hard enough when you're doing them at normal speed, but some people are truly insane, so a GregTech New Horizons speedrunning community has formed. Since GregTech New Horizons is incredibly long, speedruns don't make it to the end of the game. The most popular speedrunning category is for making a coke oven. In GregTech New Horizons, you cannot make charcoal using a furnace, so you have to use a coke oven. It's a machine that converts wood logs into charcoal by only having you wait 3 minutes for each piece of charcoal. It's typically the first machine that people make because it gives a sustainable source of fuel for their furnaces. The current world record for the coke oven category is 9 minutes and 52 seconds by Hibber22 on a set seed. This means that you prepare the world seed for the speed run earlier and then you attempt to get the coke oven as fast as possible, using the same world seed for each attempt. Meanwhile, the random seed world record is 11 minutes and 37 seconds by RUMisthepower from Russia. In the random seed category, you generate a new world for each attempt, so you have to think about what you're doing instead of following a set list of steps to get to your goal. Since GregTech New Horizons players don't really want to do speed runs, less than 10 people have completed a speed run of GregTech New Horizons, because the game itself takes enough time to beat already. But coke oven is not the only speedrun category in GregTech New Horizons. There is another one which is much longer and much more dangerous, and it's the brick blast furnace. The brick blast furnace is a machine that turns iron into steel, which is the material required for progressing from the industrial age to the electric age. Making the furnace itself requires multiple steam machines, a boiler, and a viable source of water, as well as at least 500 clay blocks. People find out that you can skip having to cook the clay into bricks by simply mining terracotta or stained clay, which saves several minutes of cooking time. Luck is also heavily involved in this speedrun because you have to find several ore deposits for getting metals. You can be very unlucky with this and spend 2 hours trying to find copper, which means that you have to restart your run. This is also why someone has never tried a random seed version of this. The world record for this run is 5 hours and 4 minutes by Xfrit. Normal players that play at an average speed may take 15 to 20 hours to get their first ingot of steel, depending on luck. But you can get steel much faster, and without even using a blast furnace. GregTech New Horizons has an extensive system of villages and dungeons that are scattered around the world. You can find loot chests with steel, aluminum or even titanium, but they are incredibly rare. You'd have to restart your run tens of thousands of times to spawn close to a dungeon, then you have to pray that you got a steel ingot. There are also loot bags that are given to you after completing quests, which give completely random rewards. The rewards can range from just a bit of food to entire machine parts. So the speedrun moderators have decided to ban loot bags, because it makes the entire thing luck-based instead of skill-based. But GregTech New Horizons is extremely long. A single human can only play for about 12 hours at a time before you have to either sleep or go outside. Unless you're a meth addict that can stay awake for a week straight. This can be circumvented by having multiple people play at the same time and doing different tasks. This is how my team completed the Modpack Nama Factory in 2 weeks, because our team had different sections, dedicated to progression, combat, and resource gathering. This concept has been taken to the extreme by Sampsit. He decided to gather the best GregTech New Horizons players of all time and put them on a single server, called the Ballers Run. In only 2 days and 30 hours of playtime, they've gotten to medium voltage. By the end of the week, they've gotten to the moon, to extreme voltage, and have an applied energistics 2 system. I don't know how Sampsit can play for 12 hours every day for entire months. Doesn't he have a job, school, or something else? I am quite curious to hear from him. But in the end, GregTech is all about automation. As an advanced society, we will bypass the need for human players by having bots play for us. This is tool-assisted speedrun. A tool-assisted speedrun, or a TAS, is a perfect speedrun made using slowdowns and save states. For example, A human records the perfect sequence of inputs to beat Minecraft, and then the inputs are played back by a macro, beating the game in 19 seconds. Sadly, GregTech New Horizons is way too long. Most tasks are just a few minutes long and take months of effort to complete. A task of GregTech New Horizons would probably run for dozens, if not hundreds of hours to get to the Stargate, because of the immense grinding required. And that's it for this video. If you are feeling particularly disappointed with your life, you could try a speed run of GregTech New Horizons. No one has even attempted to go all the way to low voltage. So I want to see if any of you guys try to speed run an LV circuit, or, if you want to skip sleep, you could try to speed run to medium voltage. If you are insane enough to try it, then good luck.